Welcome to the Courage Over Clarity podcast, where we focus not on perfection, but on choosing Christ daily and moving in faith. Hello, and welcome to the Courage Over Clarity podcast. I am your host, Deja, and I'm so happy to be back in the space, back in the place with you guys. We took a little hiatus because our daughter was celebrating her first birthday, and I really just wanted to bask in that moment and really enjoy that time with her. So I didn't post an episode, so I am sorry, but like I said, we're back, and I have a very special guest that I'm so excited to welcome. This person really does not need an introduction. He is the love of my life. He is my life partner. He's my partner in crime, but we don't do any crime. He is just the best. He is my husband, my love, the father of my amazing, beautiful, wonderful daughter. How are you? Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, everyone.
So, he has never done anything like this before. So, bear with us. Bear with us. I think it's going to be fun. So yeah, like I said, we have been celebrating our daughter's first birthday. It has been so rewarding to watch her grow and to see her learn and do so many different things. And in honor of Father's Day, I am super excited to sit down and talk to my husband and gain some insight from him in regards to what it's like being a dad, his first year being a father. This will be his second Father's Day, but his first full year of being a dad. So, yeah, I'm super excited to talk a little bit about his experience, add in my little 2 cents here and there, and, kick this episode off right. So I have a few questions that I'm going to ask him. I will start with this question. What has surprised you the most about becoming a dad?
I think what really surprised me the most so far is how you told me I was becoming a dad.
Really?
Yes, because we were trying for some time, and then I come home one day from work, and you were like, "You want to play a game?" And I'm just like, "Hey, okay." And I didn't expect the scavenger hunt. And I was kind of like nervous in a way because I was like, what is this leading to? Because some of the hints were kind of like, okay, so what we getting at? And then when I read the final thing, I was just in pure surprise, because we've been trying for some time, and it was just a relief, like, finally.
Yeah, I get that. I just think that's funny that that's like the most surprising thing to you out of this whole journey. Yeah, so it's been a little minute since then.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like since, I don't know, for as long as I can remember, I guess, I've always wanted to like do this special announcement for like my husband, my parents, his parents, yada, 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 and tell them like in this really cute way that we're pregnant. And I feel like you were really the only person I like actually got to do that for.
Yeah.
I think the excitement overcame us with everyone else, and we kind of told them like really abruptly, not really a serious plan like in place. Well, aside from our friends,
right?
I feel like our families, we pretty much just like told them like,
yeah, we just kind of like,
guess what, like
yeah,
like that. But for you, I did the scavenger hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I found out I was pregnant that morning, basically right after you left for work, and I was scrambling to figure out how I was gonna tell you because this was like super important to us, super important to our marriage.
Yeah.
And so like I knew I had to do it big. And scavenger hunt just seemed like the perfect way to do it. And then for our friends, of course, you remember we made the sweatshirts because we told them at a Christmas party It was
Yeah.
supposed to be like a Christmas anniversary type
Right.
celebration because we got married in December,
Yeah.
years and years ago. So yeah, we've done some really, really cute baby announcement things.
Yeah, we have.
Um, I guess I'm just surprised that that is the most surprising thing because you've seen and been through a lot while I was pregnant, through,
Yeah.
giving birth to Elle, and just overall, like throughout the year, like she has just learned and done so much in a short amount of time. I think we're still reeling over seeing her take her first steps.
Right.
So yeah.
Because that was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah. I feel like the best things are unexpected.
Yeah, they are.
You
She was
don't
just
see them
standing
coming.
up and then she just put her arms out and she was took a couple steps.
Yeah.
Luckily, you had your phone in place so you could just
Yeah.
record her because you know how she'd be. She'd
She's
see
like,
a phone, she'd be like,
never
I'm
mind.
done.
I was gonna walk for you guys, but there's that phone. I don't need documentation of this.
Right.
You know? That is very true. Okay. So let's see. Our second question. What is your favorite part about having kids? Or having a kid?
I'd say my favorite part would be just watching them grow.
Yeah,
Just seeing them do first things.
Yes.
Taking the first. That'd be my favorite thing.
Yeah. I can definitely understand that. Literally, like watching her grow, you already know it makes me cry. I literally cry at the drop of a dime. Mm-hmm. Just looking at her for too long. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like,
because you never know what she's going to do.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, you really don't. Because she picks up on like the most random things.
Right.
Like, go, go, go. Like, what? Like, out of all the things we say day in and day out, she picks up on go. I'm like, we don't even say it like that.
That became her favorite word.
Go, go, go. And then hot.
Yeah. It's more like a...
It's just so cute.
Yeah, it is.
I love everything that she does. Literally everything. My mom thinks that is absolutely crazy. Even the stuff that she shouldn't do. I'm just like, oh, you're so cute. If I had to say my favorite thing about having a kid, I don't want to steal yours, so I'm trying to think of something else because that would definitely be mine too. Just watching her grow has been amazing. I love everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the second thing, or the thing that I would say has been the most rewarding for me, is going from praying for a child to seeing that child in front of me every day, day in, day out, and then, getting to see her grow and do all of these different things.
Yeah.
But her being proof of an answered prayer,
right,
I feel like has been the most rewarding thing about having a child. Like, she is living, walking, waddling, crawling, playing proof that God is real and that He hears our cries.
Right.
And I'm just so thankful for that. Like, that has been so amazing to watch her grow and just be, period. She really is an answered prayer. And I think that's my favorite part about this journey is getting to look back on the nights that we prayed, the nights that I shed tears and cried out to God and really just sought after Him because I knew the promises that He had placed on both of our hearts.
Right.
Just being able to say, like, He heard us and He listened and He kept His promises, I think has been such a rewarding experience for me.
Right.
So, yeah, I guess that would be my favorite thing about the journey about having a kid so far. But I'm sure there will be more things.
Right.
Because there always is. Let's see. Okay, question number 3. What is the toughest part about having kids?
Let's see. I would say the toughest thing, well, I know for me was taking her out in public by
Yeah.
myself. You know, just being, I'm always alert or aware of my surroundings,
Mhm.
but with a newborn baby draws more attention.
Mhm.
Because, you know, I took her to the store one time and it was like, oh, she's so cute. And I was just like, kept walking. Kept walking, did not stop. I hit a beeline in and beeline out. And I was in and out the store.
Yeah.
So that was maybe the toughest thing for me.
Making that
But
transition
yeah,
from being at home in the house where she's safe and sound and protected
right.
into being out in the world.
Yeah. But it's gotten better now. You know, the more
Yeah.
she's getting bigger, the more she's getting older,
Mhm.
the more we getting used to taking her out.
Yeah.
So it's a lot easier now. So
Yeah, I could definitely see that being like a tough part. Sharing her with the world,
right.
that's hard.
It
I'm
is.
gonna be very, very frank with you guys. That is probably the hardest thing, or was the hardest part.
Right.
Um, transitioning from, he said newborn, but
Oh
she was
yeah.
not technically a newborn by the time we were, out and about. But
Right.
transitioning from her being a newborn, being in the house, safe and sound, people had to come to us and we had to say yes.
Right.
Before we had company to like people always, staring, people wanting to talk,
Hmm.
and just like you said, having a small child brings about a lot of attention. It doesn't
Right.
matter who you are, where you are, what the baby look like. It doesn't matter.
Right.
People love babies,
Yeah.
and people feel this very odd. I don't know. What is the word I'm looking for? They feel this very odd entitlement to
Right.
be able to like hold a baby's hand or
Hmm.
like I don't know, just do things
Random stuff
that is
like
just not okay.
right.
So I definitely agree that that can be a very tough part as a new parent for sure. Um, if I had to choose like a toughest part about being a parent, I would say looking back on how much they've grown and feeling like you didn't savor that moment. Like you're
Mm.
always looking for them to try and say a word or to
Right.
try a new food and see their reaction or to walk.
Hmm.
You know, we get so caught up in watching them and being so excited for them to meet the milestones that when they meet the milestone, you're just like, oh my goodness,
Right.
I no longer have a crawling baby, or I no longer have a babbling baby. Like my baby's trying to form words.
Right.
Like I sit and think all the time, like this little girl 9 months ago, she couldn't do a single thing for herself.
Right.
And now she can drop
She's
something, go and pick it up, bring it to
hmm
you. She can say, certain words. Like there's just so much that she can do that 9 months ago she couldn't
can
do at
do.
all.
Right.
And I think I was so excited to see her grow and to watch her do all of these new things that I miss just being able to sit and watch her in her boppy
Right.
or just sit and watch her just look around and, doze off and just be a cute little tiny baby.
Hmm.
I miss that. Like, there are moments where I like think to myself, I would do anything to just be back in that moment again.
Right.
Even just like the delivery thing. And I know, hear me out. There are moments where I even want to go back to that moment. Like, seeing her for the first
First time.
time,
Yeah.
like I said for sure I did not want anybody recording, taking pictures, doing nothing. Now
Kind
I
of
wish
wish.
I could see
Right.
I want to see everything. I want a play by play. I want to know what time it was, what it was looking like outside. Was there a breeze? Like, I want to know everything about that day because it was the most special day of my life.
It was.
And
Yeah.
I just want all the details. And yeah, I just wish I would have savored the moments. Like, in those moments, of course, I was living in them, but
Hmm.
now being removed from them, I'm just like, I should have savored them just a little bit more, just a
Right.
tiny bit more. But yeah, I think that's the toughest part for me. It's just the happiest part being watching her grow, but also the hardest part being watching her grow.
Right.
I feel like it's the best and the worst part of parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to look at this child and just like, oh my goodness, like you can't slow down time.
Right.
It's gonna keep on trucking.
A year came by real quick.
A year went by so fast. Before you know, it's gonna be 2 years,
Right.
and so on and so forth. It's just like, oh my goodness. I saw this woman on TikTok. She, when she started the video, I thought she was about to show like these cute little pictures of her daughter at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and how she plans on filling up the book. No, this lady was showing us how just yesterday, or it feels like just yesterday, her daughter was starting school and she was in the 1st grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed us her 12th grade picture.
That's crazy.
And she was just like, the years flew by.
Yeah.
And she was like, take every picture, ask them their favorite things, talk to them about the things that they love, the things that they don't love, the things that they hate, and write everything down, because you are going to wish that you had that information, because in that moment you feel like, oh, I'm going to remember this forever. I'll never forget this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have this is exactly what she said. And then you have new moments, right, and you make new memories, and it becomes harder and harder to remember those other memories that you loved so much, because they keep making new memories and you fall in love with them more and more every day.
Right.
And so it becomes difficult to remember her at 3 months, and difficult to remember her in 1st grade and 3rd grade, when now you have a 12th grader. Right. Those memories just start to slowly fade because time trucks on. Mm-hmm. And I saw that and I was just like, oh my goodness, my little baby is going to be 12 soon. I know she's not actually going to be 12, but I'm just like, how fast are these years going to go by?
Right.
I just love her so much, and I want to be around for every single thing that she does. And I just hope that the kind of relationship that me and my mom have now, I hope that me and my daughter have an even better relationship.
Right. Something
healthy and beautiful and gentle and pure. Like, I really, really want to have a lovely, lovely, lovely relationship with her. Mm-hmm. In all the years to come. I never want it to end. I finally understand what, like, people like your mom and my mom, I finally understand what they're talking about when they say, like, you really can't understand until you have a child of your own.
Right.
It's hard to even comprehend.
Yeah.
So, I love my baby. I love our baby.
Right. She's amazing.
She is just the best. And I know all parents probably think that, but no, seriously, like, our daughter is the best, but you know, whatever. Okay, question number 4. How many children did you want to have when you were younger?
I was pretty much set on like at least 4. At least 4.
Not at least 4, like an option to have more. That's actually too many.
You know, 2 and 2. If, in a perfect world, 2 boys, 2 girls. But you know.
Oh goodness. Okay.
4 max. 4 max.
4 children max. Okay. So that's how many you wanted to have when you were younger.
Yes.
Now that you know what being a father is like, how many children do you want?
I'm still set on 4.
I am fine. I am happy as long as we have a healthy baby.
Yeah.
But please, Lord, if you are listening, I would love to have a mixture of boys and girls. I would love to have a mixture of boys and girls.
Right.
I'm not opposed to having multiple girls, but I hope that there's a boy somewhere in the mix.
Right.
Just so we can have, you know, that experience.
Yeah.
I know you, of course, want to have a son at some point. I know you love our daughter, you know, more than anything.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that at some point you would like to have a son and to be able to teach him all the things and yada, yada, yada.
Right.
And I completely understand that. I want for us to be able to have that experience, you know, on both sides of the spectrum. So, yeah. For me, I think when I was younger, I probably wanted like 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever think my mind could even conceive more than 4 kids.
Right.
now after being a parent, I don't know. I don't know. It's like I want more than two, but not more than four. Anywhere in the
In
middle.
between, yeah.
But even if we did have a fourth, that's it. That is the end of the train. The train has left the station and it's not coming back. After four, I just feel like that is enough. I just pray that the Lord, that it is in His will for me to have, more children. His will be done, not mine. I just hope that we're on the same page.
Right.
But yeah, so I think we have pretty similar goals as far as that's concerned.
Right.
So last and final question. What do you look forward to the most in our children's futures?
Just like back to the other question, just seeing them grow, making the different accomplishments, starting preschool, going to kindergarten,
Mm-hmm.
kindergarten, elementary to middle school to high school,
Mm-hmm.
and then so on and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be my biggest thing, and then also, like I was talking about earlier, just giving them the knowledge and the wisdom we have them not rely on us, but they can feel like they can come back to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Always, if they have a question, feel free to ask us. We been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Establishing a kind of relationship where your children always feel comfortable coming to you, asking you things, or just, they're confident and comfortable having you in their corner because they know that they can trust you.
Right.
You have their best interest at heart, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that. I always want for our kids to feel comfortable coming home. Like, I never want them to feel like, oh, if I do this or if I say that, my parents will never forgive me. Or, like anything of that nature. I never want that to be their story. And I can definitely see how seeing them grow through the various grades and different things like that can be super rewarding too.
Oh, yeah.
I think that for me, the thing that I look forward to the most, if I'm being honest, is helping them build a relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
I feel like my parents did a really good job of, taking us to church, helping us find our gifts and things like that.
Right.
And then I think that at some point it was up to us to decide what kind of relationship we wanted to have with God, but also the kind of relationship that we wanted to have with the church.
Right.
And I feel like my involvement in the church at such a young age really set the stage for me as an adult, being so comfortable and excited about serving.
Right.
I really want to teach our children the importance of serving in ministries and the importance of being involved in the community and in outreach and in your local body of Christ in general, because that is something that even now, as an adult right now, I talk about it all the time. I love being a mentor. I love working with the teen girls at my church. It's something that brings me great joy. It fills my cup in ways that I can't even express because I'm able to be the kind of leader and mentor that I had in some phases of my life, and then the kind that I didn't have in some phases of my life that I really, wanted. I really, really enjoy connecting with people who are, I guess, like kingdom minded, and they're looking to build up God's kingdom. Right. And I want to share that with our kids. I want to show them the importance of prayer. I want to show them how to pray, how to fast, how to study the Bible. Like, I want to be the person, or I want for us to be the people that teach them how to do these things, so nobody else in the world can say that they did that for our children.
Right.
And not because of pride, but because that is our duty as their parents.
Right.
I want for our children to be able to say, like, above all else, our parents love the Lord.
Right.
And they never let us forget that. And I want them to always know who they belong to and where they can go whenever they need help, guidance, comfort, anything.
Right.
Not only do I want them to feel comfortable coming back to us, but going to God as well. Right. Because that's something that has carried me through many a hard times in my life.
Right.
I've always had my mom in my corner. I've always had my parents in my corner in general. I've always had you in my corner. but even when people fail me, God never did.
Right.
And so I want to teach them that. I want to pass that to them so that they can pass that to their children and their children and their children after that.
Right.
I want for our family's, legacy to always involve Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Always, always, always. And I believe that starts with us.
It does, yeah.
The way that we're trying to do it.
Right.
I think that what we're doing is a new thing.
We could take the next step.
Taking it to an entirely different level.
Right.
And I want to share that with them. I want them to have a deep-rooted love for Christ. And that's something that I'm super passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one thing that I look forward to the most. So yeah. Just talking about her and the future and all the things just brings me so much joy. And I'm so excited to continue to see her grow and to continue on this journey with you.
Right.
Just to be able to experience all of this with you alongside me. And I'm just so excited to watch her grow and her future siblings as well.
Right.
And I just think we're so blessed to be in the place that we're in, to have the love that we have for one another, for her, within our families. It's just a very blessed season in our lives, and I'm just so thankful for that.
Me too.
So I want to tell you Happy Father's Day. I love you. You are an amazing father, amazing parent. I'm excited for the journey ahead. And I hope you guys are excited for the journey ahead as well. So please join us for the next episode, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
If you've enjoyed this episode, please take a moment and share it with someone, and follow our Instagram @_CourageOverClarity for all updates. Also, don't forget to head over to Apple Podcasts and Spotify and leave a 5-star rating and a heartfelt review. In doing this, you are helping others just like you discover the podcast. Share not for my benefit, but as a way to spread the gospel, especially if this has blessed you in any way. Until next time, I love you, but remember, God loves you more.